Now, welcome to another Visions Volume 2 review. This time it's The Spy Dancer.
This one is coming from Studio La Cachette from France, which you could definitely feel.
Definitely had a French vibe.
Their artistry, the dance, it was very, very French.
Yes.
I'm just telling you that. As for how this fits into canon, you could slap this right in there. This one fits like a glove during the dark times.
Yeah, like a tracker on a Stormtrooper helmet.
Well, even so far as to the fact that we know that the Empire were kind of xenophobic and didn't like aliens so much. And I know I'm jumping straight to the end at the beginning, which is odd for me, but the son in the Empire, he's missing an eye that would make him look different, and his horns were filed off because
Reminded
it's
me of
not
Hellboy.
the way of the Empire.
It's like Hellboy trying to keep those things. No?
I'm just going back to the beginning of it now. I liked how we had like bold music right off the bat, right from the get-go. Bold music.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's funny because the first time we watched this, obviously we watched it twice at this point. The first time we watched it, I was like looking at the art, and I was like, oh, just like some
Simple 2D?
simple 2D animation, all right. But as soon as you really got to look at the characters, there was just such a grace in their movements, very fluid, graceful gestures and everything, that it was beautiful to look at.
I thought it was very colorful, very...
The colors were gorgeous, too.
Yeah, I thought even though it's 2D animation or whatever, I thought it still looked really good.
Mm-hmm. In some ways, the way of the motion and how it looked reminded me a little of Hayao Miyazaki. If you know, you know.
Yep.
I know you don't.
I don't know. I feel left
Princess
out.
Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle.
I've seen some of those.
Kiki's Delivery Service. There you go. Yeah.
Studio Ghibli.
We got to see Hectis, which is the younger girl who has all that younger girl zeal of, I just want revenge. Why aren't we fighting? Why are we entertaining him? She doesn't like this spy work that they are doing.
No, not a very good spy.
No, she doesn't understand the importance of what they're doing for the Empire. Well, not like...
To the Empire, not for them.
For them, yeah.
Unless she's a double spy.
But, Louis is helping the rebellion. They are putting trackers on stormtroopers and gear.
Yeah.
So they can track it throughout the galaxy, which is a boon. I mean, this club is meant to look like it is the place for Imperials to go to hang out, unwind, have a little fun, some libations. And then we saw just how disheartened Louis is.
I wonder if there was any World War II inspiration here.
Oh, I could see it.
Yeah, with the occupation of France, obviously, and Paris. Did I say that right? How they would say it there?
Paris.
Oh, so I didn't.
The S would be silent.
Oh, now I just learned something about French.
Just not always.
Well, then why have it as... Why do they have these rules about language?
But it was kind of beautiful before, she went on to perform. They all held hands and bowed heads and to the ones we've lost. Because, just to give us some flavor, them deep-rooted loss, how these people feel struggling on within the Empire. It was nice. Paint a little picture there. And then we finally get the dance. The first of the two dances we get, and neither one is long enough.
Oh, those are gorgeous, yeah.
Oh my goodness, the artistry, it really did remind me of a French circus. Just the beautiful movement, the flowing nature. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then we see her recognize somebody in the crowd, and you see, it's cool because you kind of see the emotions within her, and at the same time she's literally now tripping and she's slipping and falling as you see her fall into her own despair internally as well, reliving the past that took her son from her.
Yeah, we see the flashback, and seems to be the guy because it has the same kind of look and shape to him, and has the same droid and same cane and so on.
And she does get saved by her young friend, but it does drive her to make a rash decision, a decision that they shouldn't be making, a decision she told Hectis not to make.
Yeah, it's funny how that always works, right?
We have to do this for the rebellion, we're doing this, we're not fighting, until it's personal. And now she's like, nope.
And I took that personally.
You guys get out of here. Because she intended to die on this hill, that's, straight up.
She had no clue what she was in for.
She was there for personal revenge, and she wanted to save the rest of them. So she gives up on their mission, she gives all of her heart to the revenge, and this is how she's going to be free of the guilt, free of everything that's weighing her down. And then we get the second dance, which in a way is similar and totally different from the first dance. It's still a beautiful, swirling emotion, but this time there's a fire to it. like this burning passion and rage and pain. And I wish it would have been longer.
Yeah, she had a mission, though.
She did have a mission.
She wasn't really trying to entertain anymore, or distract, I should say.
No, this mission was to kill.
Her own son.
Which she didn't know at the time. As soon as she realized that it was one of her own people.
I think it clicked pretty much immediately.
Well, yeah,
who he
the
was.
droid, the cane,
yeah,
the emblem on his.
Well, I'm just saying she remembered him. She figured this wasn't some other random person. This was her son.
Yeah, so now she's trying to fight him, but trying not to fight him because she wants to just talk to him. And it was just really powerful. That moment she finally got through to him. The moment she gave him a hug. And that pure emotion that like poured out of her when she was telling him who he is. And I was like, that was a strong moment.
Unexpected too. Mm-hmm. Another twist you don't see coming. And this was probably the most kind of emotional episode, kind of the most powerful.
Very emotional, very powerful.
Yeah, because you kind of, at least I kind of went into it like, oh, the spy dancer, it's going to be this, she's going to do something for the rebellion, and okay, whatever. No, big twist, big cool twist.
Yeah, it got very personal.
Yeah.
And you got to see not just the relationship between her and the rest of the members of the circus troupe type area. You get to see her trying to rekindle a desperate relationship with her son.
Well, not even rekindle, but just
to
make a connection, to forge it initially.
And you could tell that her emotions reached him.
Yeah, at the end.
You could tell. And it was very powerful, and it kind of was cool because it showed you don't need the Force to have these powerful stories in Star Wars.
True. Well, I mean, you don't need the Force to have a powerful story in general. It's sometimes, it fits in there nicely with the Empire and the Rebellion and all that, but...
Right. But sometimes it's nice to have a story that's... I know it's Star Wars, you generally want to see the big time, the Jedi, the Sith, the Force. But sometimes a small story like this really can speak to me.
Yeah, but you could do a small story with the Jedi and the Sith and stuff like that. It doesn't always have to be like the grandiose, galaxy-spanning, massive adventure. I'm just saying... As I've said before in some of the other reviews of this, usually when you do Star Wars, you kind of want to lean into the mythology aspect of it. The Jedi, Sith, the Force stuff.
Whereas this just led into the mythology of the Dark Times.
Well, yeah, just the general
the cruelty
period,
of the Empire and the hope that comes out of these small pockets of resistance.
Yeah.
I really liked the tracker at the end. Because it told you a story can continue for these two, whether it'll be on screen ever. Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
But it told you that a story can continue because they now have a way to reach out to each other. That maybe they can overcome this. Maybe they can find this freedom. And it was a beautiful ending.
No, I thought this was one of the best episodes.
It was definitely a top tier one for me as well.
Yeah, top 2 or 3.
Oh, definitely. I very much enjoyed this one. Even the title, The Spy Dancer, I was like, Dancer, this is going to be good because... I know it sounds weird, but a lot of times I feel like the French really know how to put dance into something really well. I've seen some other French animation that dealt with dancing, and I thought they handle it beautifully.
Fair enough.
Thanks.
Yeah, I have no experience with that. I'm sorry.
So Naboo is a connoisseur of animation from around the world.
Thor Skywalker watches things explode.
You're so boring sometimes.
I'm kidding. I'd like to think I'm a little more refined than that, but no.
Only because I've brought them to you.
I have a broad range of things I enjoy.
You'll dabble.
Well, yeah, I try to dabble in everything. Think of myself as a Renaissance man. Anyway,
okay there.
But no, I thought this was a really good episode. I thought this was definitely one of the better ones. I initially looked at this one, as I said, going into it, I'm like, oh, kind of more simplistic 2D animation. It's going to be kind of a dancer, and she does her job for the rebellion and maybe gets caught and something goes wrong. But no, nothing at all like I expected, which is always a nice surprise.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't have gotten caught had her emotions not gotten involved.
Yeah, exactly. She gives you advice to just do the mission, and then she, as always happens, the adult who says something to the child ends up breaking the rule they try to instill in them.
What?
It's a kind of a common
That's
story
because there are times to break the rules.
Well, yeah, when it's you.
Well, there has to be a certain level of importance.
Well, sure, yes.
You weren't going to just break the mission because you're mad at the Empire generically, but this was a very personal stake.
But it could have blown the bigger mission.
Well, it did anyway.
Well, true, but...
Though the trackers are still there.
I guess my point is made then. But anyway, I think that's going to be all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you thought of The Spy Dancer. Whatever the case may be, do leave those comments below and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.